Happy Friday to everybody out there. Thanks for checking out my YouTube channel at Schrader Clinical Consulting. You can also check out my Instagram, where I also have additional videos. That's under Brian, Brian 4399, and that's on Instagram. That's a public site. Anybody can access it. Let's talk a little bit about co-parenting, right? So what is co-parenting? Well, a lot of people think co-parenting is just parenting between the biological parents. This is an incorrect assumption, especially in this day and age. Let me give some examples what co-parenting may look like. Co-parenting may look like um, a mother and a father who are also in relationships with um, another husband, wife, partner, whatever, spouse. Or it may consist of two men, two women, maybe consist of two women, one man, vice versa. It can go in a lot of different ways. The reason I point this out is a lot of times in session, what I'll hear from one and or both of the biological parents is that co-parenting only involves the biological parents, which is completely nonsense. It is all right if communication can consist mainly between the co-parents, or I should say the biological parents, if if communication is strained. Uh, It may also consist via lawyer, depending on the situation that you're in. But let's talk about just the parenting piece. So it can consist of a lot of different variations, but it is not co-parenting itself, just the biological parents if there are additional relationships going on there, such as one of the ex-partners having a husband, wife, whatnot, or boyfriend, girlfriend. There's also going to be parenting there. I think it's irrelevant and ridiculous to think that the additional person has all identified them, that's not the biological parent, is going to be expected to not redirect the child and or um, enforce rule setting to some degree with the child and or children involved in the situation. But let's talk about some important pieces in terms of co-parenting, right? Ways to be successful with co-parenting. These are some basic things to think about. The first one is consistent rules, right? So it's important when you have a child and or children, when they go back and forth between parents' homes, that there's consistent rule setting. So one, it helps the child know that what's expected of them, and two, it helps both the parents, the biological parents, and everybody involved to know the expectations of the child, and everybody's on board with that. Which brings us also into healthy communication. Healthy communication between all parties is extremely important. Not easy, but extremely important. Basically, what I tell people is that if you have any strong emotions regarding your past partner, that you need to put those to the side because the focus here is for the child. It's not for your emotions at the situation. There are healthy outlets for that, but it should not be involved in the co-parenting aspect. You don't have to like your ex, but you do have to be respectful, and this is for the child because the child is really the victim in this situation. It's not the parents who separated and or are divorced. So that needs to be kept in the front of everybody's mind here. The other one is respect. Respect in terms of communication, okay? So while you don't have to like your ex-partner, like I said, you should not badmouth them or put them down in front of the child and or children because that makes them in a very uncomfortable situation, and it also makes you look silly. Okay, you need to be respectful. You know, the kids may know that you two don't get along, but at the end of the day, they need to see that you two are getting along. It's really important because you're a role model. Whether you notice that or not, you're role modeling what a healthy relationship looks like. You know, how else are kids going to know how to have healthy relationships down the road? They may have seen some negative things between you and your partner and or heard some things, but let's let them see and have you role model a healthy relationship in terms of with somebody you may not like, but to show that you can still be respectful, be an adult, and not a child about these things. So you can also, like I say, check out my Instagram, Brian4399. That's Brian 4399 on Instagram. I have additional videos there. I am building up my YouTube channel here, Schrader Clinical Consulting. If you have any questions, feel free to email me at Schrader, SHRAWDER, clinical, CLINICAL, consulting, consulting, SULTING, at gmail.com. Had a little bit of a a moment there. Um, so feel free to leave any comments on here, questions. Uh, like I said, I hope everybody has a great day, and I hope this was educational for everybody. Take care.